अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदम् आह महीपते. Hello friends, this shlok is the 20th shlok of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in today's video we are going to be understanding this shlok in detail. So let's first start with its meaning. So the shlok goes Ath Vyavastitan Drishtva Dhartarashtran, which means now looking at the arrangement made by the sons of Dhritarashtra, Kapidhwaja. Kapidhwaj is the name given to Arjun. Pravritte Shastra Sampate, handling his weapons, Dhanurudyama Pandava. The Pandav, which is again Arjun, lifted his bow. Rishikesham tada Vakyam idam aha mahipate, which means then Arjun said the following to Rishikesh, which is Lord Krishna. So the whole meaning of this shlok then is that after looking at the arrangement of the sons of Dhritarashtra, the Arjun lifting his bow and handling his weapons said the following to Rishikesh, who is Lord Krishna. So in this shlok, the most important thing that you have to understand is the name that has been used for Arjun and for Lord Krishna. This is something that you should understand, that in the Hindu text, the usage of the name is very important, and so special care should be taken to understand why a certain name has been used. So the name for Arjun that has been used over here is Kapidhwaja, which means someone on whose banner is the monkey, or Hanuman, because Hanuman has been named as Kapi. So this name that Arjun got, there is a story behind it, and when you understand the story, that's when you understand this whole shlok in a better manner. So the name Kapidhwaj has been given to Arjun because once in his pride, Arjun said that why did Lord Ram take the help of the monkeys in building the bridge from Rameshwaram to Sri Lanka? If he was there, he would have just used his bows and arrows and would have built the bridge. So this showed the haughtiness or the pride that Arjun felt for his archery. At that point of time, then Hanuman comes over there and he says that, okay, if you think you are so good, why don't you build a bridge with your arrows over here, and I'll walk on it and we'll see how strong it is. When that happened, then of course Arjun then built the bridge, and when Arjun built the bridge and Hanuman walked on it, then the bridge crumbled. This shattered the pride of Arjun, and Arjun realized his folly. He was very sad about it and he was going to take his life for it. At that time, Krishna then came and he said that, why don't you build the bridge again? At that time, then Arjun built the bridge again, and this time Lord Krishna touched it, and when he touched it, the Hanuman then walked on it, and the bridge was strong. That point of time, then Hanuman blessed Arjun. He said that, you have realized your folly, you have understood your pride, you have overcome it, and so from now on, I am going to be sitting on the flag of your rath, of your chariot. So we know that that Hanuman represents a disciplined mind, and so when Hanuman blessed Arjun and Arjun overcame his pride, what it's showing is that that Arjun got hold of a disciplined mind, and he overcame his pride, and therefore he became therefore he developed a disciplined mind, and therefore the Hanuman now sits on the banner of Arjun. So in other words, what it means is that since Arjun now has a disciplined mind, whatever work he does it with that disciplined mind, and the blessing of Hanuman is always there with him. So now in this slok also, Arjun is looking at the arrangement of the army of Kauravas, and so it also represents the same thing, that with a very disciplined mind, with no haughtiness, with no pride, he is now looking at the arrangement of the army of the Kauravas. And in that state of mind, while getting ready to do his work, he then is going to ask certain question from Rishikesh, who is Lord Krishna. And so the name that has been used for Lord Krishna over here is Rishikesh, which is the Lord of the senses. That's what it means. Rishik means senses, and Kesh means the Lord. So he's the Lord of the senses. And we know that this universe comes into existence through our senses. That's why God is that's why Krishna has been given the name Rishikesh, because he is the one who has brought this world into existence, and it's through our senses that we really experience this universe. And so when Arjun is asking question to Krishna, it has been presented in a way that a person who has a disciplined mind, he is asking a question from the one who is the Lord of the senses, who is the Lord of the universe, who is the one who has brought this whole universe into existence. That's what has been mentioned over here. So the statement is very, very profound over here. What it's saying is that when, as an individual, because Arjun also represents an individual, as an individual who has a disciplined mind, he is now asking a question from the Lord of this universe. The Lord of the universe is the one who understands this universe in a very neutral manner. And so the message over here is that with a disciplined mind, somebody is looking at this universe and he's asking a question. That's the message that we get over here. Now, what the question is also very profound, and that's what we will understand in the video tomorrow. So we'll understand the whole meaning of this whole shlok over there. So I hope that I've explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. Bye-bye.